looks like, oh, wow.
Man.
Oh, boy, that was a lot more than we've seen. Big ride. Looks like he just got down on the apron, Kenny. Is that what?
Here of 94 out in front. It's the 94 and hard into the wall goes John West Townley up the racetrack. Went Milka Duno. There was a car on the inside that shot up into the 15 and hard into the wall as John West Townley back into the inside wall now, and the caution is out again.
You know, he left the outside open, and it actually is going to hurt Tommy Prater more than anybody right there. We see Frank Kimmel get a run to the inside there and pull up to the back bumper of
Whoa! Little contact there. Milka Duno gets into the 2, and around they go behind him. Grant Infinger caught up in this. Also, Tommy Hebser in the 77 up into the wall. Caution comes out. More contact. Bolamassis also involved in this. The 19, Donnie Neuenberger.
The 3 of Jude Charlson. Of Eric Jones poke his nose out there. He was running in the 7th spot. Ooh, contact.
Smoker and up into the wall. The 07 involved as well now. Brian Coltrader. Another look at it. Down on the bottom of the racetrack, then backs it back up into the wall.
Very fortunate we only had a single car incident.
At the end of this race, it will be considered a caution-free. I asked him, can you rank, as Corey LaJoie moves to the inside, trying to take that lead away from Scott Lagasse Jr. Not able to do it there, but I asked Billy Venturini, I said, how would you... Oh, and around goes the 22 and the 17 also into the wall. The 55 gets by. That'll bring out our first caution.
It looked like Corey got in the back of the 22 of Scott Lagasse.
The 2 battling for the lead. They get into the wall. Dylan Kwasniewski gets by. What happened?
We're going to see some contact here. You see Steve Blackburn duck to the inside. Then the car behind him looked like may have been the 25 car made contact. Then the 35 turned Mike Harmon around right in the middle of all these cars. And look at the hard hits. Alex Bowman goes up on 2 wheels. We saw happening live.
Another look at it.
There's Steve Blackburn. Now Mike Harmon's going to get turned in front of all these cars. That's what happens when you have big pack racing. There's Steve Blackburn getting turned around. See, Mike Harmon's going to get run into by the 35. Catches Joey Coulter and Drew Charlson up against the wall. Look at Alex Bowman up over the top of the 31 car of Mike Harmon.
Getting air at Talladega. We've seen that too many times.
in the last couple of years. So,
upside down, over and over the 83 of Mike Afrano. A big wreck coming out of turn number 4 into the grass. He goes. Another car sliding by.
That's James Hilton in the 48 car.
Rolling numerous times. The 83.
Middle of our screen there. He may get a little contact from behind. He gets a little contact from behind. Is that Zach Ralston behind him? And just turns him in towards the outside wall. You see the tire carcass flying out. Let's watch that engine there. You see the
slam down to the ground.
Now the engine's already pretty much loose. There's the spring sliding out around the racetrack.
Look at the run by Bobby Gerhardt. Gerhardt on the outside. 4 wide as they come into the tri-oval. Gerhardt coming through the tri-oval, and he'll win again. 8-time winner, Bobby Gerhardt.
Trouble as they pass across start-finish line. And all sorts of cars out of fuel. Great variation in speed, and somebody got together.
They need to slow it down here. This race is over. There's cars flying through here with cars sideways.
First one to run out of gas.
That pack of 3 checking up now. Kimmel trying to move to the inside. You see the 4 runs out of gas. And slingshotting around the outside is Bobby Gerhardt getting win 8 at Daytona.
Then they just got all jumbled up there. They were 4 wide with the cars running out of gas along with the cars trying to get to the finish.
I'll tell you what, Bobby Gerhardt just put himself.
Dodge. Also, Reed Sorensen. Oh, trouble. See, oh, wow. Chad McCumbee in the number 10 for Andy Hillenberg Racing goes end over end over end.
Saw the 52 sliding.
You see the 52 is around sideways. He tried to exit the corner high coming off turn number 2. Lost a little bit of rear grip. Got sideways, and here's the contact with the 16 of Matt Lofton.
Chad Hockenbraugh trying to stay out of that inside wall, and then a little contact late with Matt Lofton in the 16 tears the left rear quarter panel off.
You see, Chad, he just wiggled a little bit, then got his right sides up where nobody had gone. And it was just the impact from Matt Lofton's car that turned that car.
And so when this brought out the 5th caution, we had an amazing battle for the lead. Alex Bowman, Brennan Poole, and Grant Enfinger all fighting for the spot. But this is why the caution came out.
Oh, my.
Wow. You saw that tire come off. Tire bouncing down the racetrack.
Is that the 99 that got together
Brandon
with him?
Davis maybe with a 99. That was a white car, certainly. Gonna be another view. Chris is going to get loose up here. May have already had an issue. I think that was Brandon Davis in the 99 car.
He's got a long ways to go. 23 laps remaining in this one.
Oh, trouble.
Round
Hal
goes Hal Martin and into the wall. Martin hard into the inside wall. Caution comes out once again.
Well, you knew that angle that Hal came off the racetrack that he was going to make contact with that inside. We get another view right here. Well, that's all it takes. And look at that angle now. He's headed towards the inside wall. Had the brakes locked up, that thing wouldn't turn. But thank goodness for the safer barriers.
It is great to see the give that wall has, but still the damage done to that race car. The water out of the radiator.
Me on the outside, so I don't have to look to my left very often.
And we just saw a tire get broken off.
Looked like something happened there.
The 94 of Brett Hudson turned around, slams into the wall. The tire came off just before he entered turn 3, and we could see the outside lining of that coming off.
And listen.
This is coming off at turn number 4.
Oh, he just gets sideways back there, and man, there she goes.
Here it is, upside down. Actually hit the roof. It looked like on the wall.
Yeah, slammed it roof first into the wall.
He may have had a little bit of help from behind to get that thing sideways, and then when he got sideways, he tried to correct it, and then when it did, it just
move, or he's not going to make a move at all. He now can make it on fuel. Gerhard can. Oh, trouble!
Got
a tire down.
Looks like the tire goes down. Also, the 25 has problems. That's Arpin in the 25 into the wall.
Milka didn't make it that time.
And this time we've got more crashing down below. The 23 of Nick Igdalski.
Mary-Ave Dufault is the white car coming down the front straightaway. She was involved. The 15 car, Kyle Fowler, our outside pole here. The 14, there's another view of it.
Coming out of turn 55 up against the wall, and the
Ryan Silas, 11, also involved.
Yep, wreckage taking place, even down in the grass.
Today on the outside.
Yeah, that advice went out the door just a few moments ago. Stay on the bottom. Well,
oh, trouble.
Problems. The 66 of Mark Thompson and Bill Baird in the 52. A hard hit as they go by our cameras. Also involved, we saw there's Alex Kennedy right there with the 38 car. That was the one that caught the wall just in front of us.
Part of his tailpipes.
Kyle Martell in the 43.
So that he's bottom of your screen left. See Bobby Gerhard up against the outside wall. There's Patrick Shelton gets into Mark Thompson. There's James Busher. He gets into Mark Thompson.
Yeah, a lot of damage on a lot of race cars. Sean Corr in the 82 goes down the track. Here comes Bill Baird in the 52. The 5 of Bobby Gerhard. 6 of Mike Harmon.
Here comes Casey Roderick back to the bottom again. There he goes.
Sideways as Roderick into the wall he goes.
Oh, and another crash. Hard into the outside
Chad McCumbee, Mikey Kyle involved in this. But it was the 51 of Roderick that started it, and then just in front of him, Mikey Kyle, Chad McCumbee. As the field makes its way through, we're under our first caution.
Oh, I see what happened. He got down on the 48 got down on the apron. The 48 got the left side tires down on the apron, and when
and lost control.
Overcorrected, and the car shot right back up across the track into the outside wall.
Down it went.
Watch top of your screen. The green and black car, that's Barry Fitzgerald. Gets a little bit loose. Slides off the racetrack and just turns around backwards the wrong way.
These cars are the way they're set up. When they go on the left side like that, it's just almost they turn over. It's the way the cars are set up.
A violent ride for Barry Fitzgerald in that 0-6.
Another view coming off turn 2. You know, and he wasn't in the grass. He was already flipping before he got to the grass right there. So it wasn't a situation where the unevenness of the grass.
No, but
Balaam also has a win at Iowa on his ARCA resume.
We can see that inside line has gained about a car. Oh, trouble already.
Through the tri-oval. 78 goes around. The 98, they're teammates. It's a big one at Daytona. It all started when the 78 of Cole Powell got turned sideways. Gus Dean had nowhere to go and under caution early here at the World Center of Racing.
And the 0-5 got of John West Townley. Got to make sure you give Mark Thompson some room down there. There's some contact. They're not going to are they going to survive this?
They are not. We got one in the wall. Second caution of the day. And among those involved, the 83 of Derek Lancaster got a piece of the action. Mark Thompson, and look at that. Matt Kurziewski thought that was him in that outside lane.
It really causes anxious moments when you lap a car like that. You have to give that guy room down there. You want to stay tucked up with a car in front of you, and you want to stay pretty close to that inside. Top 6 all staying together. Chad Hockenbrough holds down that 6th spot. There's Tim George Jr. Oh, trouble already.
Going into turn number 1, the 59 slides over the wall, jumps over the wall, and is going to hit on the other side. How about the 59 of Buster Graham leaping that wall?
Remember how much rain we had here yesterday. That's what postponed this race till today.
These cars in the grass.
Let's see what happened here. Something happened to Tom Birdie there. He turns into Kyle Martell in the 43 car, and you see the smoke. These guys had no idea. Watch Buster Graham, the left of your screen here. That is amazing that he leaped that 3-tier guardrail.
And then
just about went back over it on the other side.
On the other side, just about got back over it, but it was caught up. Again, Tom Birdie, hard left turn to make contact with some of the other trucks or cars, and amazingly over that guardrail on the inside of this racetrack.
That looked like a high hurdler there.
Yeah, a very good one, actually. Here's another view. Look at how high that car was up in the air.
You see the access road. Look at the 7 of Brandon Kidd. He got up in the air. That access road really caused those cars to get up in the air.
Launched the 59 and the 7. Running hard into turn number 1. Had already cleared the 25 of Gresham. Gresham goes hard into 1 as well, but slides up the racetrack and catches him.
Yeah, just a little bit, but it was just enough. This racetrack is really, really rough down there. It's hard to maintain the line, and unfortunately Max Gresham wasn't able to do that. Got into the 08 of Casey Roderick and just narrowly avoided him.
It's a good jump. Landon Huffman spun his tires a bit, and the number 25 of Hessert is going to go hard into the wall as we get ready to restart. 4 cars are piled up, including Landon Huffman and the number 98 of Quentin Bear.
5 cars involved in total, all cars on the lead lap. That's a
Gets his car rolling down back into the pit area. Not sure if that had anything to do with it, but here goes Hessert. Oh no, it's contact.
Townley went right through the corner there.
Yeah, John West plowed in there. Looks like that's what got got the 25 of Hessert sideways. He rolls up in there, and look, Landon Huffman is on the high side and absolutely nowhere to go. The 22 of Weatherman, it appears.
Tryson, who's won races in Sprint Cup.
Around goes the 99 Jim Trado. Buster Graham in the 99 running in the 3rd spot, spinning coming out of turn number 4. And the carnage happens behind him.
See the 13 of Jeff Burton involved.
And really nice. Oh, trouble. Oh, there goes Dalton Sargent right around in the same spot, almost exactly where he spun it earlier, but as he wrecks, then another of cars are going to come in.
Look at Haley in the 74.
Heavy damage to that Braun. Laps of the General Tire 200.
Oh, trouble.
And we've got a crash. Bo Lamassus is involved. He goes sliding down to the inside. The number 13 of George Cushman hits the wall to the inside. The yellow is out with 10 to go this race, and Josh Williams with 1. Now we look back there. You see Terry Jones is on the high side. Oh, and Bo got tapped, looked like maybe by Kurziewski, eh?
Yeah, and here comes Terry Jones. He runs into Cushman as well as possibly even Bo in the 42.
7 or 8 cars got through that pretty well, though. It could have been much worse.
Yeah. Get clear of him and try to do something with Josh Williams. Just 2.5 laps to go.
The spotters have got to be telling these guys. Oh, and Gerhard gets shuffled out. Oh, hard contact into the wall. The number 14 of Dustin Knowles really slams into the wall. Another car, 2 cars involved. Gerhard is junk.
Mark Thompson, the 66 involved.
So the yellow flag is going to come out here, and the ARCA officials are saying to us, because of impending darkness, they are going to throw the checkered flag here. Will go by. 4 or 5 cars going to go in, and there's his teammate. The number 22 is sideways, and it looks like Snyder's going to spin.
Or Majeski does an amazing job getting by. As does,
Gus Dean made it through there, but it looks like the 10 and the 6 made contact, and that puts Weatherman hard in to that number 22 of Myatt Snyder. A lot of damage for Kyle Weatherman.
This is where her ride was, as leader Shane Lee was right next to her.
Yeah, and he got into the quarter panel, and as she brushed that outside wall, it was the big hit that happened down on the inside safer barrier that caused all of that damage to the front end of her Dickey. Side by side for second.
You know, we mentioned this is only the second.
Oh, Briscoe's in the wall as Townley makes contact with the right rear quarter panel. There were 3 wide coming off of turn number 2, and the wrecks continue as the 15 of Zane Smith hits the wall really hard. So Townley, the 77 and 15, all involved here.
To pit, and he ended up winning 2 races. And at Madison, he just had a really good.
Oh, another crash as Shane Lee goes around, and that's Weatherman. So 2 cars with a spin. And Weatherman was running in 4th place, Lee in 5th, and we are going to go under our 6th caution of the night.
They've been going on all day. This is in the first few minutes of practice. It was the 3 car that lost control first and then really nowhere to go for Nick Higdon to come by in the 69. Richard Houck was in the 3 car today, just entered this morning.
And put rubber down.
Way up
the
on
second
top.
one here. We see him up here at the top. Oh, and in the back.
Oh.
It looks like that thing just got loose on him down there at the bottom and shot up the racetrack. And unfortunately, that's a really hard hit for the 42 car there.
This is Gus Dean's on board.
Let's see what the green Toyota driver saw.
Interesting set of black marks going up towards the wall.
So look to the far right. We just get to the tail end of that, but you could see those tire marks.
That's very similar to what we saw at the 42 of Bo LeMasters. I don't know if there's something, you know, at that juncture of the racetrack where these guys are, you know, haven't experienced that being.
Stake. Here we go. Terrio on the bottom side, getting a little push from Herbst.
Looked like Creed wanted to crowd him down there.
Herbst is around. Terrio stayed in front, but we will immediately hit the caution. Dalton Sargent, second the championship, is one of those going spinning around.
Cody
Vinny
Robaugh.
Miller in the 41. Cody Robaugh with big-time damage.
Oh, trouble.
Oh, and a big hit that Thompson took. Multiple incidents on this one. LeBeau, and on fire, that's Baccarella.
AJ Fike, the 27 car, also with fire trailing. There's the green car right there of Gus Dean. Let's see where it starts here. See, there's Leilani. You see the green car. Leilani gets a little bit of a bump from Bo LeMasters, it looked like. That turned her into the outside, into Thomas Prater. You can see Terry Jones obviously in front here. And again, it all depends. You see the caution lights flashing, so it will be Terry Jones, our leader, when we restart this race. It would be nice if that contact.
And hard into the wall. And it looks like the 33 of Fontaine is
on his side.
On his lid now.
See Bobby Gerhart also involved.
Gerhart in the 5. And we are under caution with 5 to go at Daytona.
But I don't think Will Kimmel knew that they were 3 wide. You see him squeezing the 78 of Weatherman. I'm not sure why Weatherman came off the bottom and opened up the bottom and allowed the 55 of Gregson to get there.
Yeah, it just looks like an error there. You know, that you got to protect that yellow line here. You got to stay on the bottom. I mean, it's tight racing there, and you know, you're just trying to move up and get a little bit of run down the corner, but when somebody fills that gap, I just don't think they knew they were 3 wide.
They need to make something happen. They'll lose that lead drive. Here we go. Wow. With the move. Oh, trouble.
And Holmes into the wall hard. For the moment, we stay green. And now the caution is out.
Brandon Lynn is in front.
Remember,
he got as close as he can. Riley Herbst turning sideways back in there, got into the side of Tyler Dipple. Oh, and a big hit there. Oh, wow. Really collects a couple of cars back in there. That will also give you an idea of just how fast they're going. This straightaway here is incredibly long.
Comes Terrio to second.
Creed trying to hang on to that one, has contact with Brandon Grosso back behind him, and that causes a huge wreck. Tanner Thorson in it, Ryan Unzecker in it, the 33 car of Tyler Dipple in it, Moose trying to dodge it. I see the Cunningham car right there, who got a huge jump. Cindric with a great start here.
Cole Custer right behind him is now. He'll take a look to the inside. Turn one, a touch.
He blows smoke off the front tires and blows turn number one, takes Austin Cindric with him.
Earlier today, but late this afternoon in qualifying, down into one. I think just drove it down in there deep, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like he got it.
They've got some work to do to catch up to the lead pack.
Well, there we go.
Huge wreck.
Core, Half, Lamastus, and Doza all involved. Semi-big one here at Daytona. Caution number 4.
The 98 of Hoff just didn't give him enough room.
With a good push from Purdy, they're wrecking. Holmes is going around and upside down. St. Smith around. A big one here at Daytona, but keep in mind, this is not the finish of this race. We will see a one-lap shootout to determine this one. So another restart coming.
See who gets the advantage going in 3.
Creed on the bottom side. Purdy is going around, hard into the wall. Car goes with him. Caution, and we'll try again.
Bumper to bumper, gets tight.
You can see how much higher his nose was there with no air on it.
And once cars get together, it's over.
Thomas Prater up higher at the 06 and the 9. There's Brad Smith making contact with the 06. There's Riley Herbst, the NASCAR.
Right now, Creed trying to hold off Purdy. Oh, trouble! Now they'll crash hard. The big one at Talladega is on the final lap. Will we steal green or go white? It's green for the moment. Creed.
View of it right there. You see the gap between the 6 of Josh Williams and the 57. He probably got out of the throttle. He saw Leilani Munter down on the bottom of the racetrack. Joe got into him just a little bit.
Now here's the heavier hit that brought out the caution. Look at that 3.
There's that 3 wide racing with no room at all.
So Robaugh took pretty big damage there too. Lamastus is in the 54 Crosley for David Gilliland Racing, and then the Bama Buggies number 8 for Chase Purdy. Let's see who else might have been impacted. Gus Dean right in the middle, maybe took a little bit of contact.
It's like Josh Williams got by. He was on the very bottom of the racetrack.
So unfortunate, gets down there smoothly.
See,
they're crashing in the back, and it's Brett Holmes, who was trying to get to pit lane possibly, goes around, and there's the caution.
Yeah, the 02 of Andy Seiss and the 23 of Brett Holmes both were trying to get. Jeff Stankin was saying that 41 car, their teammate is really fast.
Looking 3 wide down the backstretch. Smith, and then Herbst goes around, big contact, taking Josh Williams with him. Caution. Overtime number 2 is coming.
Look at the damage on Sean Corr's car. That's that wall out of the way right here.
Yeah, but looks like everything would be fine at this point. Obviously knew he had a problem, and then he tried to come down and get out of the way, and Dipple got.
Yeah, and Vince, I'm not sure he tried to come down, or maybe whatever was going wrong forced him to that car to turn left like it did. That's a car sideways. It's Merkovich sideways. Leilani with nowhere to go up against the outside wall. Merkovich forced her into the outside wall. Then she got hit in the back by the 34 of Jesse Iwuji.
So that was the car we hadn't ID'd yet, the 34 of Iwuji. And then caution number 3, Sheldon Creed is in front, followed by Riley Herbst, Drew Herring, Michael Self, and Zane Smith. We're going to restart again coming up in just a moment at Kansas Speedway. Third, and Glasson is going to come around too.
Glass into the top 5, and we've got 2 more into the wall. It's Shane Smith and Gus Dean.
Yeah, there was contact between the 32 of Gus Dean, and that took it.
Man, this is a big hit, Phil.
He actually ran, this is his second lap. He had run fast enough in his first lap to be 5th overall.
Watch
going
this.
for a little bit more. It's a little bit loose. You can hear it and feel it. That car hit the
headway.
This is going to get interesting. Inside of 2 to go. Hold on. Here we go.
Another situation where the pushing went wrong.
They were being so aggressive, and it was working. It really was. It's just such a fine line. And with these cars.
And then just a few moments ago, Eric Caudell got ran into from behind, nowhere to go but into the wall. The wall wins. Caudell, though, able to climb out of that too.
He has the 32 of Gus Dean pushing.
Car off the track. It's the 10 machine hard into the wall. That is Tommy Vi Jr., the current Bounty Rookie of the Year leader. You see the 69 car, lap car, Scott Melton involved.
No trouble incident.
Contact. Now we do have big time problems.
It happens so often when they try to get by lap cars. You see Jacob Hefner with a lot of damage. That's Dave Mader, the 63 silver
ran up in front for a long, long time as well.
There's Connor Hall, the 22, teammates with Jacob Hefner. That lap.
You can get up there to the lead pack.
Big impact. Chuck Hires is in the wall.
They were single file on the inside of the racetrack. Tremendous amount of damage to.
And we had a little problem coming out of turn number 2. That was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in that number 99.
Yeah, trying to make his first ever Daytona start in that Roush Fenway K&N Ford's Fusion, and unfortunately got a little bit loose coming off 2. And Kenny's, that's Ken Butler the third, the 22 on the outside.
Gabby DiCarlo and Brian Scott had problems right in front of him. We see the car turned around. That's a 7 of Kyle Krisolov. He was running second before he got spun around. Oh, and problems continuing on the racetrack.
Yeah, that's Brian Silas right there. Some hard contact.
Okay, will you tell me again if my glass is half full or half empty?
There's another view. Watch, he's going to come back down and try to get in that hole that's not there. Then you see Matt Carter runs in the back of the 65 of Justin Marks. Bobby Gerhardt does a great job. Michael Annette does a great job avoiding this, and everybody else, it seems like, is involved. Frank Kimmel, that white car spinning down through the middle of the racetrack. He spins in between 2 or 3 cars. Here comes Ricky Stenhouse right at his front end. Frank's going to slide out of the way of him.
Yeah, they're right there with Jason Jarrett. Car sliding.
Typically, what we see here a lot of times, car gets a little bit sideways, you correct to the right, and then a vicious hit. Whenever those cars come off the ground like that, that is a lot of force.
Look at the radiator sliding right in front of the car that came right out of the car in the initial impact.
You see the debris just flying all over the place. We have several angles of this incident.
Now here comes Shelby Howard, the 77 car, Christy Passmore. Everybody's got to run. Look at the debris. It's everywhere.
Here's a second angle of the crash. Boom.
Vicious hit. Very hard hit.
And then he comes right across the traffic. Look at it. Almost got hit again.
Debris just
spin there in case he came back up the racetrack.
Look at how close Mikey Kyle gets to going upside down here as he turns around. That car up on 2 wheels and then back down.
Wow.
That's not something you want to go through. I mean, in your mind, you think you're going over.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Trust me, you don't want to do that.
I laugh and I refer to Phil. You have actually rolled over 10 times, a barrel roll, going down that backstretch, I believe.
Well, going into turn 1, actually.
Turn 1.
Sure it is.
Tough break.
Yeah, that was.
Oh! Haley digging into the wall. She was right in front of Drew Dollar. And just as quickly as it happened for DGR Crosley teammate Thad Moffitt.
People, and then trouble for Michael Self. Let's take a look at what happened to him in the Auto Park It replay. He got past, got up outside the groove, and then just lost it. Michael Self hitting the inside retaining wall. Dave Reef, that's a lot of damage to that car.
There's Patrick Shelter, the 11 of Brian Silas makes contact. Wow.
Up into the wall. Patrick Shelter hits him, slides him up into the wall, and then the rolls begin.
It looked like the 25 of Ryan Fisher just launched over the 60 of Patrick Shelter.
You see that car slid for a little bit right on the roof, right over top.
Right rear, and here goes Byron down into the corner.
They were already spinning in front of him. Oh, just a little too aggressive too early, Ray. You needed to be a little more patient, especially, like I said, you've got to work past some of these guys. And the 55 showed it in turn 1. He was in a big hurry. Here now we're looking at the 77 and the 2. Let's see what happens here. Here it is. Yep, the 2 just didn't go to the bottom right there. The 77 held his line, and racing deal. Nobody's fault, but Sarah definitely could have maybe given him a little.
Yes, he did.
Oh, trouble! Justin Lupton into the back of the 60. Patrick Shelton spins. Into the wall he goes. And now Kimmel spins around. Oh, a big hit on Justin, or on the 60 of Patrick Shelton. Our 6th caution of the day comes out, and what a big hit that was from the 23 of Larry Hollenbeck.
Joey Miller slides, and we heard smoke coming out of the 2-car of Gailey. So we're racing to the checkered flag. Oh, we got Todd Cleaver on the road. Oh, we got cars everywhere. 20 cars. Coming to the checkered flag yellow. Who's going to get here? Oh, we've got Cleaver flipping down the back straightaway. He lands on all 4 wheels. More trouble on the back straightaway.
Oh, the 49 car, Dan Shaver, engulfed in flames.
Coming to the line. Gerhardt's going to get here first. Kimmel right behind him. Then it's Yaley and Garrity. That's the.
Why don't you take us through this first? Tell us what happened to you.
Well, I know the 9 and the 60 got together, and I was about through it, and right there you see me get right reared, and then I end up when I kind of just slid backwards a little bit, and kind of was about stopped right in this area, and there's going to be one more coming to hit me, and that's where all the damage was done, right in about there. Ouch. There you go.
And that's the first time you've seen it, isn't it?
That's the first time I've seen it.
Good thing.
And there.
The wreck right there.
Ooh, Bobby Gerhardt just squeaks by, too, and, man, it's just holding on, saying a prayer at that point.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you can do.
That's come out. Probably a little early, though, for guys to come in for those 4 tires.
I think the pit road is open. Justin Boston is making his way towards the pit road. Let's see if he is coming on the pit road. Grant Enfinger decide he's going to come in, a late decision to come in, as well as doing his best not to beat him to pit road. And look at 4 and 5 wide.
And Tift has got a couple of cars right behind him. Can Larson get to the corner first? Oh, he does, but it's going to be tight, and we're going to have 2 cars spinning. Tift is involved, as well as the 25 of Boston, and that's going to bring out another caution.
4th spot. Safety car is in. We'll see what happens. 9 laps to go when they hit the green flag at start finish, and we are back underway.
That's his mother.
And Frank Kimmel gets turned into the outside wall. Caution at the inside wall as Kimmel ends up in the concrete, and the yellow comes right back out, and Schrader will be the restart leader. Here's another look at what really happened. You can see John West Townley slip a little bit there.
And that checked up Justin, and okay, the 77 got up into the 17 and just took off and got those 2 pinched in the wall.
Here's an onboard look for you. This is from Grant Enfinger's onboard camera.
Oh, near miss here for Grant. Good job getting around there. Frank sneaks around as well.
2.5 seconds behind Brennan Poole and Mason Mitchell. Can he get to the front? Only 14 laps to go. Rhodes unable to complete the pass. Sideways off of 4, and Rhodes can't save it into the wall.
We knew it. We seen it coming.
4th caution of the night as Ben Rhodes went sideways. It looked like he had 3rd. Tip would not. Gets the free pass and will be back on the lead lap.
That's Galen Haschler right there. You see Tom Birdie hits him in the back. Now watch, he's not done yet. Here comes the 73 of Dale Shearer. Hits him exactly the same spot, it looked like.
Stay side by side off of turn 2. Grant Enfinger joining the mix. Pulls down to the inside lane. Perhaps some drafting help for our race
there
leader.
He goes. He's
Austin Wayne Self sideways. Can he save it?
No.
There's contact. And we're under caution for the 3rd time tonight. Big crash. Oh, my. That was the 06 of James Swanson who came firing in.
He got in the back of a car coming through the gears. That caused the overheating. He got to 230 degrees. The team said, hey, let's bring you back down pit road. Cool it off.
And we've got our caution out once again. It's Leilani Munter who hit the wall.
That's Buster Graham, the 17 car, also involved. On a side draft a little bit off. Oh, around it goes.
That's Austin Wayne Self in the 98. Look out. Back across the track. Big crash as they come toward the start-finish line. Oh my goodness, what a hit. See the 48 of Brad Smith.
Brad was having a great run, running up in the top 20 on the lead lap. His 6th.
And that came in 7. Trouble back straightaway. Championship leader Grant Enfinger.
He's going to
collects Will Kimmel.
Sure is.
Watch out. And nowhere to go, Clay Campbell. Second caution of the day. 10 laps to go. It happened down the back straightaway.
Down to the inside of Kimmel. Can he do it down the back straightaway? They are rolling down towards the tunnel turn. I think he's got it.
Oh, Weatherman sideways. And around he goes. And takes Kimmel with him.
2 cars into the wall. Grant Enfinger. We also see the 77 of Tom Hessert. A big implications in the points early on here on lap number 1 at Pocono.
Another look. See if we can ascertain. It looks like somebody gets running. Justin Boston, the 25, gets running to from behind. It looks like maybe Bubba Wallace got into him. Don't know if Bubba had help being pushed and got into the 25 of Boston.
It looked like the bottom lane sort of accordion for some reason.